Hey guys and girls from the interwebs, my name's Ian.
And my name's Lindsay.
And welcome to Ballroom Blitz. Hello there, Ballroom Blitzers. Welcome back to the channel. We are going to do another Paso Doble figure today. We're going to do a compilation figure of sorts from the previous two. We're going to be looking at the 16. Let's have a look. So this is one of the longest Paso Doble figures we have blitzed so far. It has, as the name suggests, 16 beats, so 2 whole phrases, but it is a smashing together of 2 figures we have previously done. In fact, the previous 2 figures when we have visited the Paso Doble. It's the Promenade and it's the Huit. And all we need to do is have a look at the conversion of steps in between those 2 figures to get from one to the other. So it's not as straight as doing one and following it into the next. We just have to tweak a few steps in the middle. Once we get that down, we've got Promenade and then a transition and then the Huit, and that gets you your 16. Leaders, we're going to have a look at your steps first, and I'll leave a link in the description to both the Promenade and the Huit. And the first six steps of this figure is basically the Promenade. So I'll blitz through those pretty quickly so that we can get to the transition, and the same for the Huit at the other end. So if I am doing what starts as a Promenade with my appel, I walk forward in Promenade, I walk forward, I block around the follow, and I start to step back in fall away. That gets me 6 steps through my Promenade. When I get to 7, instead of taking a side step and closing my feet, which is what we did in the Promenade figure itself, I've stepped back in my fall away type position. I'm now going to close my feet on step 7, allowing my follower to get a little bit beyond me to commence their Huit type section. And now I'm going to surplus on 8. So that gets me my transition period out of the Promenade. Instead of side close, I'm dancing close and then surplus. And then in a very Huit type fashion, I'm going to do basically 8 surpluses starting on the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, as my follow Huits from one side to the next, returning in front of me on 7, 8 of the Huit section, which would be 15, 16. So if we remember those steps into the Huit, for us, not a lot has changed. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, transitioning 7, 8. Now, of course, a Huit would start in Promenade. So the next 2 steps, the 9 and 10, we're going to be surplusing on the spot. And that is the modification of the Huit section. So we would have 9, 10. And then from there, it is the last 6 steps of a Huit surplusing on the spot. So remembering those 4 transition steps, side close and then 2 surplus, beg your pardon, close, surplus, and then 2 more surplus instead of the side close, that gets you your transition between your Promenade and Huit and makes it a smooth 16.
Now followers, as far as our footwork goes and the transition that we need to make with our footwork to make the 16 work between the Promenade and the Huit, we actually have less to do in some ways. Our Huit is exactly the same as it was before. It's just the leader's position that has changed slightly. So it's just a few steps at the end of the Promenade that we want to be ready for. To begin, we have the same as our Promenade. So we have our appel to Promenade position and then walking 2, 3, 4 as the leader comes round. We're still keeping down our line. 5, 6, and then we're ready for our side step on 7. But because the leaders stop short, we will find ourselves, instead of going side and close, we're going to go side and replace. And we will magically find ourselves in more of a Promenade position, which is perfect for starting our Huit. So at this point, our steps for the Huit are very much the same. So we have step through, side, replace, through, side, replace, and the ending as normal, we step through in front of our leader, close our feet and square up with them. So with my counts, I have 1 for rappel, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, over 7 and 8. I'll feel that transition. And then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, just enough time to go 15 through, 16 close and change weight back in a closed position with my leader.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And there you have it, the 16, 2 moves of 8 put together and to form a move of 16 steps. As long as we modify the 4 conjoining ones in the middle, it's pretty much the same. So you are getting a 2 for 1. Go back and revise the Promenade video. Go back and revise the Huit video. There's a few extra bits on how to shape and a few things there on those 2 sections. Focus in on that nice clean transition and then give it some sway, give it something else and make your swooshing of the cape that little bit bigger if you choose to. You can dress it up or down and make it your own. But here is how you take a figure that needs to start in a promenade position and commence it from a closed position. That's how you make the 16 work. So that's it from us today for the 16. Don't forget to try your paso. It's never as hard as people make it out to be. It's loads of fun. It should be danced more, and I highly recommend you get up on the paso floor and give it a go and give it some flair. Until next time, keep dancing and we will see you then. Well, that's it for this Blitz, boys and girls. Don't forget to like,
Comment,
share,
and subscribe.
See you next time.